Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jannu tribe. We are here at the waterfall nest where Mirami is watching over one of her little children. She's already got another little baby bun in the oven with her big pregnant belly right there. And as soon as her son Nunu is old enough to move, we will actually be gently moving him off of the nest and putting Mirami on there. And she is going to be quite a eager mother. I think that she is really looking forward to the opportunity to have tons and tons and tons of beautiful water-breathing babies so that we can continue on with our goal of hopefully having quite a few water creatures. And I see you up there, bird. Don't think I haven't paid attention to this guy. Oh my gosh, Mirami is very protective of her children, so she's keeping a close eye on this bird, especially because I think Mirami's sibling, Mirami, was it actually one of your, Mirami, who's your mother? I think Reef, who died, the little baby we lost last time, may have actually been Mirami's sibling. No, distantly related because Mito was her mother. All right. So yes, Mirami is aware that there has been a tragic loss. If you guys remember from last time, Dado, who had some dark desires to take over the tide pools and become the next leader of the seer aspect of the tribe, she suffered a terrible loss when her young son Reef was snatched from the ground by a bird that just plummeted out of the skies and stole him away from her just as she was starting to see some of her darker desires come to life. And that has really deeply affected her. And a lot of you guys really love how Beryl has started to really step up for her mom. She's really starting to help her mom sort of recover from her broken heart. And Beryl hasn't really been, she's not very eager to follow in those dark desires her mother had to take over the tide pools because she never found any clams and she thinks that's kind of boring, but she thinks that there are actually signs or at least more interesting things to be found inside of the nuts from the trees. So I think that Beryl may actually truly start a dark panda shadowy tribe branch of the family that will focus on collecting up the food from the various trees. If only she had been born during the era of the jungle. That would have been quite amazing if we had been able to take her to a jungle, because I think Beryl was really made for it. But there is no jungle. However, there are quite a few unexplored grasslands that she might be able to go and poke as she gets a little bit older. And I do think she has a little bit of her mother's more commanding personality, so maybe she'll even be able to convince some of the more eager explorers of the tribe to go into the grasses with her and seek out the trees that they can just barely see the tops of from so far away. No tribe member has ever really properly settled these trees. They've explored around them and had peaceful little lives pass, just being able to kind of poke around the shadows of the trees, but we've never really settled over there, and that's in large part because we're not able to find any nest over here. That's so frustrating. I know that the newest beta update actually lets you collect up special twigs and make nest, but we're not able to make nest yet in this version, so all we can do is daydream about nest. But if we never have any nest up to the north, I could really see Beryl and her children maybe deciding that they should make a big push to potentially move forward to the Killer Island to look out for new lands where maybe the forests are a little bit thicker than over here. So yes, there have been quite a few twists, including these two pregnant mamas. I'm still laughing about the fact that we had Racimi and Corey here, who are both heavily pregnant. They were quite hungry, and when a predator showed up and he thought he was going to mess with the two strongest members of our entire Jannu tribe, he was sorely mistaken and he was quickly turned into some pregnancy craving snacks. So he has been defeated. And speaking of pregnant females, we have our two females from the Lost Peninsula right over here coming back over because they just have smelled on the wind that there's another rogue male wandering around. So they're trying to find the rogue male and maybe have another baby before it is too late, and they pass away of old age. And hopefully that baby will come over and be a female and can add to the little tribe that we have over here of just having the experiment of what happens if we only have the babies born from the rogues. How long will certain traits stay in? Will they ever be able to feed themselves, and so on? So we want some females that can go over there. It's kind of funny. First it was two girls, and now it's it's 2 boys, but one of those we can't make more babies with. So, and we did just have another baby born from our new rogue male that we have running around. I named him Dugdrio. Whoops, that is actually our mutation menu. This is Dugdrio, and I've actually nicknamed him Doug. If I can ever find him again, I'll just change his name to Doug, just D-U-G. And he's kind of awesome. He has his normal quirks. We've had several of the rogue males come into the family, as you can see. This is actually the ancient rogue male who happens to be Ravary and Racina's father. And then we have Midnight, who is the father of their 2 sons. And then we have Dugdrio, aka Doug, and he is the father of Little Dugdrio. And Little Dugdrio actually has some pretty nifty skills, so he is going to be going over and joining the Lost Peninsula. I may actually try to breed him. I may pick a female that will send to the Lost Peninsula, and she will potentially breed some children with these males, because we do have some immunity genes that you don't really see elsewhere. You have the H immunity gene, and you've got the I and C immunity gene, and you don't really see those in our other creatures. So we may have to like pull from this Lost Peninsula some really unappealing, unwanted genes. I really don't want to have no paw. I really don't want to have no paw. I really don't want to have hemophilia. We've bred out hemophilia for generations in our tribe now. But if I need those immunities for some reason, then I'll think about it. I think illnesses and things like that will have more of an effect in future versions of the game. But right now, I kind of feel like you don't run into too many illnesses. And even when we do run into illnesses, like when poor Dado's children, little Toomey got very sick. She does have doubled up immunity, but I don't think Reef had doubled up immunity. So I don't know how big an effect, how big a negative effect the double immunity has just yet. All right, so all of that said, yeah, Mirami is keeping a close eye on her child. I don't think we have any pregnant... Yes, we do have a pregnant female. I knew we had a pregnant female in. Anna. And Anna is here. And oh my gosh, we have to have a moment. And Isla is watching her son. And I really hope she has been able to pass on what she has wanted to her son, because he is going to be in charge of trying to bring back the truth and the, I don't want to say purity, because that sounds weird. More like the traditional seer group. He's going to try to bring back the authentic goodness of it. What being a seer of the tide pool is supposed to be about is not thinking of yourself the way that Dado did, but thinking of the entire tribe. And Anna and Isila are the last 2 of the proper line that can actually crack open the shells. Isila did have her daughter Lamella, but unfortunately she cannot crack open any shells, and so that makes it so she is not able to be a seer. She does not have the seer sight. And we do have over here is Anna, who does have the ram horns, but she doesn't have very good eyesight, so she's not a very good seer. She actually doesn't have like eyesight is her problem. She's got short-sighted eyes. But she could, in a pinch, possibly help to pass on the very specific genetics, the no pattern fur, the red coloration to like a ram horn, ideally an antler, that we are looking for, and the cracking ability that we need for our seers. So let's go ahead. Oh, this is our last moment with Isila. I'm going to miss her so much. And we are going to see what kind of baby Anna has and just get a move on with seeing how the tribe is going to do today. All right. Oh, Isila. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? Lassie, hi. Oh my gosh. You are not what I expected. Yellow and red fur. A fishing tail. Panda pattern. Oh my gosh. Well, apparently she has like pure red ram horns. That's really interesting. Is it because she has the yellow and red fur that she looks like that? Oh my gosh. Anara, what do you think? Does she have the cracking ability? If she has the cracking ability, she has the cracking ability! She may very well be the one to inherit the position of being the seer of the tide pool, even though she looks extremely extremely unique, but that does mean that she does have the ability to go underwater to chase down some of the clamshells. And Anaro is in charge of watching over this little one now. And I think that he is probably going to fall quite in love with her as time passes. She even has the gills going on. Was that from your genetics? It sure was. It sure was. So she does have, even though it's not displaying it quite properly, the red antlers. So I think that Anaro is going to take very, very good care of Lassie and teach her all of the traditional stories, even though he is not a seer since he's a male, and he doesn't have the cracking ability. He at least inherited all of the knowledge that he can pass on to little Lassie, and we'll name her, we're gonna name her, Doami. Dolly. I've named them so many after does. I was thinking of Dolly, our very first one. I think we'll name her, because she's also got the orca, and she kind of reminds me of a mouse. Actually, to be completely honest, she reminds me of like a little beach mouse. Let's see. And she has that little tail too. She does look like a little mouse. Does she even have big ears? Oh gosh, no, she just has medium ears. I thought she had the large ears too, and I was just gonna laugh. What am I gonna name you, little one? You remind me so much of a little mouse. Mice? Meese? Meese is actually a name that shows up pretty often. I'm just gonna call her Melai. Melai for now. So that'll be little Melai. Don't ask, I don't know. The name just came to me. And she doesn't have, dang it, I just realized because she's panda pattern, she doesn't really have everything we're looking for, but we may have to be a little bit more flexible on the coloration than not. But I think that maybe Anaro will dream, maybe if not Melly here, maybe her daughter, maybe their child, maybe their daughter together will one day be a proper seer of the tide pool. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm even desperate enough that I might try breeding Anaro and Isana, but I'm really, really excited that we at least have somebody who can crack open more of those little clamshells. And little Melly, I think I'm gonna name her, I know, I'm gonna go with little Nami. I'm pretty sure we've had a Nami in the past, but Nami means wave. That fits her much better. All right, we're gonna have little Nami come and join us and hopefully crack open some of the clamshells. So that makes me happy. So we've got that done too. And now let's see what's going on over here. Somebody's rustling. So, oh my. Really? You're gonna do this again? Did you not realize last time that these two are quite hungry, sir, and they're not going to put up with this? That they will indeed eat you once more? Alright, so let me find where the rustling is, because I definitely don't want that rogue male showing up again. Where's the rustling coming from? Over here? Hang on. Aha! Alright, let's see what this rustling is about really quickly. Oh my gosh, it is actually a wild hedgehog. There are actually wild hedgehogs here. I am so in shock right now. I didn't think there'd actually be like real wild hedgehogs here, but there are. That's kind of hilarious. That is so hilarious. There's a wild rogue hedgehog. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to rename him. He has terrible, look at him. He's got the hemophilia, he's got immunity H, he has blind eyes. Oh my gosh, no way, sir. No way are we going to be breeding with you under any circumstances, which means, Simi, you need to get over here like right now. And I think that's terrible. Oh my gosh, Simi, okay, eat the fruit. Maybe it'll help you survive long enough. But I didn't realize there would actually be real wild hedgehogs up here, so that's really awesome. All right, you, sir, I'm gonna rename you to Hedge because he is our little wild hedgehog that has shown up as a bit of a surprise. Oh, I should have had Nukier eat that. Why did I not have Nukier eat the fruit? He might have been able to survive. Phooey. All right, well, the least I can do is try to explore a little bit. I think we're gonna lose our whole hedgehog line, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, what are you doing all the way over here? I'm so glad that you're pregnant, Mirami. You shouldn't be here, sir. My rogue females are never going to be able to make it that far. That's going to take ages, and they don't exactly move the fastest. Darn. Well, we'll see if we can chase down that rogue male and manage to get the babies born from him. So we'll keep moving there. You're not pregnant, are you? Oh, thank goodness. For a second, I thought poor Beryl had been accosted by Doug. All right, let's see. And then these two, Yeah, they're not gonna put up with this. So I'm not even worried, because as you can see, yeah, there was no reason to worry. They were not going to have that nonsense. Definitely were ready to have a little bit of food to satisfy their pregnancy cravings. So I'm going to scooch this way because I want to help Corey. Corey is trying to get over to the Lost Peninsula as quickly as she can so that she can go and have her baby. And then we'll have these two boys spend a little bit of time smacking this crab around together and proving that they can actually, hopefully, avoid that little leech. At least they can help each other out. That they can survive on the edges of the world at the Lost Peninsula like this. I actually really like these two brothers. I mean, I love the idea of when they were babies, they played with the bones because it was really the only thing they had to do here at the little Lost Peninsula. All right, and let's see what's going on over here. Well, we've still got our little baby. Can he do anything? He actually has a lot of abilities. I'm actually pretty surprised because he's got cracking, he's got some attack, he's got some collecting. So he can come and learn from his mother, Lilila. She's got like 3 Lilies in her name, or 3 Lilies in her name. So she's going to teach her son how to do a little bit of gathering. And then over here, we're going to go ahead and have Lamella help out with gathering from these bushes. She's constantly trying to defend them from the bunnies that are always raiding. And then let's see, Dado. I feel like Dado would possibly have more children, but Rovanta doesn't have long to live and he is very loyal. Oh, but he's not going to be loyal enough. Dado, I think Dado is going to go ahead and try to she's going to go and try to convince Rovanta that it's for the good of the tribe that they have a child. But I don't think Racimi is going to appreciate that. And we'll send Racimi down to have her baby now. So while Racimi is away, Rovanta is going to be cornered by Dado because he does have some really good immunities that we need to mix and pass on. So she's going to bully him in to hopefully having another child. And then we're going to see... That sounds really aggressive, but I don't mean it in like a really super negative way. Just normally, under normal circumstances, if Racimi wasn't away having her baby, then I think that Racimi and Rovanta would definitely be like a permanent item. But at the same time, I don't really have that many good males to be able to breed with, so I've just got to work with what I have. All right, so let's go ahead and shake the tree. We'll go ahead and gather up some things. And Beryl, finding these 2 strange females that she's never seen before and look quite odd wandering by, will hear their tale of how they smell on the wind that there is a male out there for them and they are going to go find him. And maybe Beryl will have to start giving some thought to who she would want as a possible mate. Oh, and actually Rovanta would make a good mate for her as well. So we may have Beryl go and chase after Rovanta. Poor Rovanta is just going to find himself like suddenly having all sorts of babies right before he passes away. But that's just the fate of one of my good males who's about to die. Because I need those genes. I need those babies. All right, and I'm still loving this. I'm still absolutely in love with little Nami. We've had other Namis in the past, but this is our new little Nami. I think I'm gonna give her Nami. There we go, little Na. And so she is cared for by Anaro. I'll have Anaro come on over. I think he's gonna go ahead and like pluck her some fruit that they can share, and then I'm gonna come up here. And Isana would love to help out, but Isana just has terrible eyesight, so she's not really able to do much. But I think Rira wants to help out too. And Rira has really great eyesight, so maybe between the 2 of them, they can start working together. Oh, and can Isana not attack anything? Oh no, wait, why can't I attack this crabbit? Okay, yeah, there we go. So these 2 can work together to try to defeat that crabbit that's trying to take over the nest. Who do you think you are? Don't lay your eggs in there. That's only for our creatures. That's Jannu tribe nest territory, sir. Not crabbit territory. All right, and I don't really want to move Anna. Oh, and she's about to pass away, so we will move Anaro back over to protect little Nami ASAP. And then over here we have Koki. Koki's got some good genetics, and he is actually from the waterfall tribe. He is from the fisher tribe. He can crack things open and he can do a little fishing, and he's pretty good at being able to beat up the crabs. Oop, and I really want to get him over. I think he dreams of being able to swim in the deep sea like his sister can. So Oraoka is really amazing because she can do cracking, she can breathe underwater, and she can do fishing. She is fantastic. I can't wait to have lots and lots of kids with her. She's also got the immunity D gene, and she has the exact panda pattern that we really want to see for our future generations. So I'm really hoping we'll have some fun babies with her too. But she's going to come on down. Let's see. And I think she's going to start searching for clamshells. She can already start taking to the waters, and she can start practicing her swimming along here. And we need to have a bigger pod basically of swimmers before we send them over to the deep seas to start gathering up fish again. So for now, they'll just be playing down at the little itty bitty tide pool. It's kind of like a bigger, what do you even call this? Like a bay? I guess this would be the bay. They'll be playing here at this bay below the waterfall. All right. And meanwhile, little Nunu, who can crack open things and collect things, even if he is not very good at swimming or anything like that, can come over and learn how to collect up these berries from his father. He's not very good at it, but he can do a little bit. And then Mirami is going to have another child. So she's going to have as many babies as possible with Kukima before he passes away, because I want to have lots and lots of these awesome little water explorers. And they just have such a romantic story. I can't believe they already have 3 children together. I really like that. All right, is that everybody? Yep, that's everybody. I still can't believe we actually ran into a real hedgehog wandering up there. And let's see how our little waterfall family does now. New baby on the way. Oh, it looks just like Daddy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is definitely Kooky. So that's going to be Kooky with 3 eyes. That's how I traditionally assign like the junior or the third to our creatures, is I'll just add in extra vowels that go along with their parents' names. But that's little Kooky, and look at him. He can do fishing. He can do underwater breathing. Venomous fangs too. Man, I wonder if they're ever going to add in predators, like larger predators that lurk in the water. That would be really interesting, and now we'd be able to fight them. So that would be cool. All right, so he can help out his sister with going and trying to do a lot of fishing, and he's also got really great genetics. So you two have some wonderful babies and need to have as many babies as possible. And let's see. Can I find any fish nearby? There's a koi fish! Yes! Oh my gosh, I managed to get a little bit from him. Look at that. That was a lot of fish. That was really awesome, Kukima. All right, and we'll keep Kukima kind of nearby because he's going to help guard over his children too. It's a dangerous world out there after all. And then we'll have little Orica come up, and she and her brother can, let's see, I want to make sure I get him in the right spot, can work on doing a little exploring and clam collecting. They'll stay in the bay though, so they don't wander away too far to where it might be dangerous. Oh, speaking of dangerous, where's that bird? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Nami. Oh, I almost lost Nami. Okay, we're going to sit right next to Nami and make sure we keep an eye on her. She's very young and still doesn't know the way of the world, but we're definitely going to do our best to keep her safe. So Anaro takes her protection and her safety very, very seriously. And it's Anna, who we will probably have breed with Anaro at some point in the future too, because she's got those genetics that we really need to see for the Seer of the Tide Pool. A lot of you guys are really, really obsessed in a good way, I think, with trying to keep the same traditional coloring and everything. So that means Izana is probably one of our best bets. She'll stick around, but because she can't see very well, and man, I really hate trying to breed her when she doesn't have very good, come on, Crabbit. This Crabbit! He's not going to get out of the nest, is he? Oh, this Crabbit, that's so frustrating. He's just going to sit there, so we'll grab this clamshell instead. Izana can do what she can. So it's like Rira, who I thought would kind of be an expendable creature that we wouldn't really do a lot with. She's actually able to help out after all, because she's helping Izana search for all sorts of clams. And she can move really, really quickly, even though Izana can't really see where she's going. That's really beautiful, actually. That we have a creature who everybody kind of just brushed off because she can't really crack anything. She can't really attack anything. Oh, no wonder I couldn't get the Crabbit attacked. Oh, I'm so silly. She can't do any attacking. But because of that, a lot of the creatures probably overlooked her. But here she is with Izana, who was also overlooked, because even though she has the seer ability for cracking open clamshells and being able to read signs in it, she can't see, like literally can't see very well. But now she and Rira have teamed up. Maybe this is like a good sign that they're kind of together, putting their half pieces of energy together and creating a whole to help out with the whole tribe. That's really beautiful. I love these two. Oh, and then of course Anaro right over here has all of the practical knowledge that he learned from his mother of all of the stories to pass down, and he can share them with Nami, and hopefully all together they will bring the Seers of the Tide Pool back stronger than ever. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, and then we're going to move over here to Lamala. And she is going to be zipping around trying to collect up what she can from these berries. And little Dugdrio is still learning from his mother. And she's just going to like very carefully protect him and watch over him. All right, good. Did a little patrol. She can't really go very far because she's got to watch over him. And then we're going to have the heavily pregnant Rasimi, who is ready to have her baby, scooch over here. And she can just settle in and wait for her child to be born. And then these two females can go ahead and continue their wandering exploration, searching for that male. And if they spend the rest of their life looking for that rogue male and they don't find him, I'm okay with that, because they've already had their children, and as soon as Dugdrio is old enough, we'll send him over here as well. But they already had their children. Here are two little rogue males. All right, let's see if we can get down here. Come on. Fight me, Mr. Crabbit. All right, there we go. Oh no, we've got a leech. Brother, help me. There we go. The Kravitz are teaming up. No, I didn't mean to back up. He's intimidated. It's too much for Cloud. He's intimidated by the Kravitz. They're coming for them. Hang in there, little guys. You can survive. All right. Be strong. Be strong. And there's rustling over here again. So help me. If this happens to be the rogue male, when I just sent... It's a Kravit. It's a whole Kravit. What are you doing up here? I don't think I've ever seen a Kravit make it so far upland that it actually managed to rustle things. Huh. Well, we'll have to take care of that later. Alright, and then because those two females wandered by with their tail of searching for a male that they can smell in the winds, I think that's actually going to give Beryl some ideas. So she's going to kick the tree so her sister can collect the nuts, and she is going to actually head out just in time. We're going to send Corey on her way first. Alright, on you go, Corey. You are such a slow mover. I really hope you can make it to that nest before you die. But she is going to make it just in time to see her mother snag up a berry, come over, and have a very long, somewhat argumentative conversation with Rovanta about having children. And now Dado has another child on the way, and she will eventually move back over to this nest, waiting her turn this time. And I think Beryl caught just enough of that to realize that maybe, especially because actually if you look around, Beryl is not close to any other female. Like, she's surrounded by females and there's no other male anywhere in the vicinity. I think Beryl's realizing if she wants to have a chance at having the kind of power and the kind of strength that having children can do for you in the tribe, she has to act now or possibly have to wait for a rogue male. And that is not always a very pretty option. So, all right, we're going to have her little sister come over, collect up what she can from the nuts and guard the nuts. I think Tumi is a very quiet child, especially because she was very sick when she was younger. And then I will see you guys next time when we will have a whole flurry of babies born. We will see what will happen to our Seers of the Tide Pool. We will watch our orca family hopefully slowly but surely grow at the waterfall nest and hopefully get a big pod of them up and going. And we'll have to see where the last days of our little hedgehogs will actually take them. They don't have much longer for this world, unfortunately, but this may have been a little path that may fall extinct because we find out that there simply are no nests over here. So we'll have to see how that turns out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.